Hey guys, and welcome to part 3 of making the album, and in this episode we're going to be looking at guitars and bass and what I used to record them. So let's get straight into it, shall we? Here I have a session. You can see that at the moment I'm recording obviously what will be the guitar, my vocal, and the effects that I'm going to be using. This just so I can put them in the video and it'll sound decent. Okay, so this is my basic session. What I have here is an auxiliary track with a plugin called a Guitar Rig, and this is Guitar Rig 4. This is by a company called Native Instruments. This is only the demo version, as it is clearly written, the demo. The only difference between this and the real version is that this lasts for 30 minutes and then you can't use it, and you can't save presets either. But it's totally worth it, to be honest. It's free, and if it lasts 30 minutes, then you can just save what you've done and close it and then open it up again. It's really good. Okay, so this is basically it. All I have is I've got the Tom DeLonge signature here, and this is being fed into my M box. It's basically a DI input going straight in, and then it goes into Guitar Rig. And what you can do, basically we'll start with this scenario. You're looking to buy a amp, and you only have enough money for one. So which one to pick? Which one's relevant? Which one would sound the best in your style? Well, in my opinion, don't get any. Get this, because let's see. You go on components here, and it'll show you the amplifiers. And these are all the amplifiers it has in it. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So it's got 16 amps in, one of them being a bass amp. And all of these are basically the copies of real amps that are out there. Obviously, the name is just different, like this one here. This one's called Citrus, and this one is Orange. So, there's loads of different ones here, like if I get rid of this somehow. Okay, it's not letting me. Just get rid of them. Let's see. Gratifier. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. Oh, I've got two. Not sure what this one's supposed to be a replica of, but I think it's really good. This is one of the ones I use. It's got a real good crunch to it. I mean, it's a really punk sound, and it's good for heavy metal as well. And this one here, Ramfire. This is what Ramstein used for an amp. So yeah, you get the idea. There's not just only like there's not only these amps that are in here. It also has a load of built-in effects. I mean, you have this section here, cabinets. I mean, what you can do is you can match the cabinet. So if I click on this here and I choose Coolplex, okay, that changes there. But then you want a different you want the cabinet to match it. Well, then you just click Match Cabinet, and I guess that is supposed to be the match cabinet. So that's supposed to be what it is basically. And that wasn't a very good demonstration, really, was it? So yeah, also you have cabinet mics. Basically what this is, you can cycle through here all the different types of cabs that you use. That's on it, loads of different ones. Then you can change the microphone position. On axis, you've got 4 options: on axis, off axis, edge, and far away. I usually just use the on axis one because it gives you the best sound. Also, you have 5 different mics. Dynamic 57, that's an SM57. Dynamic 421, What else we got? Dynamic 606 condensers. It's got 2 condensers, I think, and a tube condenser. Kind of like the Bluebird, which I've got, that I showed you in the first video. You can also add bass and treble to your sound, pan it, etc. What else? We've also got this thing called control room, and this again, you can cycle through the different amps, but what you have is the ability to mix all the different mics that they have in here, and get a better sound, get either a cleaner sound or a distorted sound. It's up to you. You control it with the faders here, as to how much that mic is taking in. Basically, it's emulating. All of this is emulating because it's not real. So it just gives you that sound of if you want if you wanted a really SM57 sound, like just really kind of tinny and just like a retro sound, then you push up the SM57s and take everything down. As for effects, it's got loads of different things. It's got delay and echo. I don't use these ones on here. It's not that they're not good. Some of these are really cool, but I'm just not looking to use these. They're not what I need at the moment, but I can if I wanted to. I mean, that's the beauty of this thing, is that you can be wherever you want. Just plug your guitar into your Mac or your laptop, whatever, and start this up, and you've got all sorts of tools at your disposal. Distortion, there's quite a few of them here. I don't really use these. I use the amps distortion, and that's generally all you need. I mean, if you're gonna go proper like heavy metal, some of these are really good for it. Like the Demon and the Screamer, they're good. But like I said, for an Angels Airwaves song, you don't really want to be heavy distorted. Dynamics, you got a limiter, noise reduction and compressors, a volume pedal as well. I wouldn't really see the need for that, but obviously some people would use that. Equalizers, different types, custom EQ, parametric, shelving, and graphic. They're the 3 main ones there. Filters. A lot of the stuff in here you can automate, so you can automate these filters. There's some presets which I'll show you in a bit that they have automated things. Modifier. Now these are I think that these are fairly new to Guitar Rig, especially Guitar Rig 4. It's got sequences and analog sequencer here. So you can create some cool effects with your guitar that obviously it will be quite difficult to do in a studio environment. It would take a lot of processing and time to actually get half the sounds you can make with these right. Modulation as usual, tremolo, rotator, phaser, flanger. That flanger is also a chorus, the same as this ensemble here, so that works as 2 different ones. Pitch, it's pretty obvious what that does really. Reverbs, different reverbs, and special effects. These, I haven't really used these much, but to be honest, I wouldn't know what they do, so I'm not going to even attempt to tell you what they are. Tools, just general things. Crossover, loop machine, that's cool. Your master effects and splits, so you can send signals, which you're supposed to do, to like a delay or reverb, whatever. You're supposed to use that. That's it for the components really. Now what we'll do is we'll go into the browser, and the browser gives you a list of different things, guitar amps, bass amps, styles, songs, effects, and products. Now these here, this is the preset section, and there is 498 presets in it, so there's quite a lot to choose from. You can narrow that down by clicking on style. So you go on style, Angels Airwaves. It's not classic rock, it's not blues, it's alternative. So you go on alternative, and you can look through here. This is the one I generally use for most things. It's called the Crunchy Grat. I don't know why, but I just seem to like the sound of it. use it for most of my blink stuff, you know. But it does have a preset for blink. It's called all the blink things. So this is kind of what you're supposed to use for, you know, any Blink-182 songs, but really probably for all the small things by the name of it, you know. So that's all right, you know. But that's not the ones. The one I use the most is the crunchy grat, because this can give me a variety of sounds. This part here, that's the modern sound, so vintage sound, raw sound, and then a clean sound. But I don't use the clean sounds on this. For that, what I use, if I go back off this, is this one, the 800 clean. I mean, it's got a flanger on it at the moment, or sorry, a chorus, but you know, you just turn that off, and you'll see it's got a really nice clean sound to it. So yeah, that's really. I mean, as I say, those two are the ones that I use the most, and you just muck about with the settings until you get it, you know, as close to the sound as you think. If I go on this, I think this is what I did for my the adventure cover. Right. So yeah, you just muck around with the settings really, and you know, once you find something that you like, then you know, you go with it. Like as for effects, that's as I say, that's really it. Like obviously there's loads of different styles. It's got all the styles here. You know, from metal, you got things like Slipknot wide. That's, you know, Slipknot. Nickel power, Nickelback. So all sorts. Chemical Trash, I think that's supposed to be like a My Chemical Romance. I'm not sure about that one really. Pop stuff, I haven't really used them, to be honest. Rock Surf, a lot of these sound like something that the Beach Boys would do. Where's the yeah. Yeah, so you get the idea.